What's going on, guys? It's your man Ed Hayes, the wholesale coach here, back for another video. And in this video, I want to give you all 5 ways to get out here and get free motivated seller leads. So I hope that you all are pumped for this content. Go ahead, hit that like button for me now and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Now let's go ahead, let's get into it.
With me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ay, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a...
Alright guys, so us as wholesalers, we're always looking to find how we can get a deal at the cheapest price, right? We're wholesaling properties. Well, we also want to be able to keep our expenses down as much as possible as well, so we can make as much profit on each deal that we come across, okay? So in this video, like I said, I'm going to give you all 5 unique methods to go out there and get yourself some free motivated seller leads so you can start getting some deals for a super low cost. All right, so strategy number 1 on getting yourself some free motivated seller leads is going to be doing JV deals. JV deals are joint venture deals, meaning that you're going to be partnering up with another wholesaler in your area who already has a deal under contract. Now, if you use my method of going out there and establishing relationships with cash buyers first, then you're going to be in position to be able to help another wholesaler slam dunk that deal on the back end with a cash buyer a lot easier. So what I want you all to do is check out places like Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups, and Craigslist to find opportunities that are freely available in your market already. These are absolutely free leads, and if you have buyers already, you can easily slam dunk these deals. I have clients where this is their entire business model, where they leverage Craigslist and people are just reaching out to them like, hey, I've got a property that I need to sell. Can you help me get this closed? So there's a lot of different ways that you can go about getting JV deals, but trust me, it's one of the freest and easiest ways to get out here and get your first or next deal. All right, now the next way to get out here and get absolutely free motivated seller leads is gonna be to make offers on properties listed on the MLS. So what you'll do is go to sites like Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, places like that. And what I'll do is I'll look for properties that are for sale in that area, but I will sort that list by price, right? So I want to go from low to high. And then from there, I'm gonna start reaching out to these agents who have properties that match my buyer's criteria on the market and make offers on those properties. Regardless of what it is on the market for, you wanna offer what's gonna make sense for yourself and your investors. So what you'll do is, let's say it's listed for 200K, you're gonna reach out to that agent, maybe even message them on like a Zillow or call them directly, and you're gonna make an offer of like whatever it is, like 150K, maybe even make an offer of like 70% of whatever it is that they're asking for minus another 10K or something like that, you know, like really kind of game plan this out in advance, and you can make a lot of offers and be contacting it or, you know, getting motivated seller leads. Some of these people are gonna say yes, and there are different strategies involved with actually taking down a listed property. They're definitely going to want some earnest money deposit, so on and so forth. But trust me, you have the ability to get out here and get these free motivated seller leads reaching out to on-market properties. Now, the next strategy is one of my favorite strategies of all time and something that I've been preaching for years on YouTube, and that's going to be hiring house hunters. Now, a lot of people call these house hunters bird dogs, but I don't like to call people bird dogs. It just sounds so disrespectful to me. So I call people house hunters, and I'll use Craigslist to come across these individuals. Now, what I'll do, I'll post a post in like the labor gigs section on Craigslist, and I want to let people know like, hey, I'm looking for vacant house locators, and that they can make $500 to $1,000 per property that we actually close on. And that's the catch right there. So we're not paying these people out of pocket. We're only paying people once we've actually closed on a deal. So you can get an arsenal of house hunters in your city, in your town or community that are ready to go out there and find you vacant properties in hopes that you'll actually close these deals and get some stuff closed. Make sure that you check out the video that I'm going to link up above talking about how to actually go out here and hire on your house hunters. All right, I've been talking about this for years. I'll link at least one video up above that actually talks about hiring your house hunters. And what your house hunters are really going to be doing is going out there and doing that driving for dollars for you. Driving for dollars are some of the best leads in wholesaling. Really are. Because they're very likely to not be on someone else's list already that people are already contacting. So especially if you live in this area and you know that, hey, this property just turned vacant, then you can be the one who's reaching out to these individuals because you've got these house hunters out there doing the driving for dollars for you. So instead of you going out there and spending all of your gas, don't get me wrong, you can still go out there and spend your gas. But instead of you going out there and spending all of that gas, you can spend $7 to put a post in the labor gig section on Craigslist and get 25 people out there doing some driving for dollars for you. Hey, I told y'all it was gonna be free leads, man. Hit the like button if you all are gaining value from this one. All right, now the next strategy to get yourself some free leads is gonna be leveraging your social media accounts. Now, a lot of us, may have platforms or, a decent little presence online on like a Facebook and Instagram. It's time for you to actually start to leverage that. Start to leverage your online presence. If you don't have an online presence, then start to build an online presence, especially if you have an actual business. Then make sure that you have a Yelp page, a Google My Business page, a website, so you can get free traffic coming in from the internet. Not to mention have yourself a Facebook page or at least a personal profile to where you can go inside of groups and on Facebook Marketplace and be on Craigslist. Have a presence online is what I'm trying to say. Make sure that people are able to find you, and these are just free leads. You may get a lead come into you from your website. You may get a lead coming in from Google or from Yelp and sites like that are absolutely free for you to use. You just have to put it out there. And also think about word of mouth. So when you're using your Facebook personal profile, talk about wholesaling. Actually let your family and friends know that you're a wholesaler. Don't be ashamed. It's the person that's actually getting the most attention that usually wins. And that's why you have to leverage those social media profiles, your online presence, and just in general, word of mouth. Have some business cards. Actually tell your friends and family what you're out here doing. Don't just kind of keep it to yourself and feel ashamed or afraid to actually tell people because you're afraid that they're going to think that you failed if you don't make it. That's okay. You have to be willing to actually risk it. It's the people who are bold who actually win out here. So leverage your social media profile. Sometimes make a little video like, hey guys, we're out here making some phone calls to some motivated sellers. If you have a house that you need to sell, then reach out to us. We'll be glad to help you out. Something like that, 15 seconds. Post it right onto your social media accounts and let people know that you're out here to help. That's a great way to generate some absolutely free motivated seller leads. All right, so the next method to get out here and get some absolutely free motivated seller leads is gonna be reaching out to for sale by owner leads. Now you will go to the same sites that you'll go for the listed properties and even more sites as well. But you can go to sites like Redfin, Realtor.com, Zillow, as well as sites like ForRentByOwner.com and ForSaleByOwner.com and find people who are looking to sell their properties. All right, so and what you'll do is that these are absolutely free websites, and very often for the for sale by owner leads, there are gonna be a phone number right there. A lot of these people are delusional and they're asking for crazy, ridiculous prices. Don't get me wrong. Very often you can definitely make offers on these properties, maybe make an offer of like a 70% minus your assignment fee on whatever it is that they're trying to sell it for. Maybe specifically try to find properties that have been listed on the market for a very long time, but maybe they need some work. But this person is asking for a ridiculous price. Maybe they've gotten fed up with their property just being on the market themselves, and they actually are ready to take that much lower price. So don't be shocked when you actually get people to say yes. It's a great way to come across absolutely free leads. And also, like I mentioned earlier, some of you all may not have caught it, but I also mentioned forrentbyowner.com. So not only for sale by owner leads, but for rent by owner leads very, very often will want to sell those properties that are currently vacant. If they need to rent it, it's vacant. That's a vacant property. That's the type of list that we typically pull. You can reach out to these individuals, let them know that you saw their property on like a forrentbyowner.com, and you was just reaching out to see if they'd be interested in selling any properties, or if they'd be interested in buying anything if they aren't interested in selling. You always want to follow up with that. And also, to add to the for sale by owner aspect, look for sale and for rent by owner signs in your area as you're just driving down the street. Tell your house hunters to send you for sale and for rent by owner leads as well. This is a great way to start the conversation with someone who, even if they don't want to sell that property, they may have multiple other properties that they're interested in selling. As I always say, look, a closed mouth does not get fed. You got to put yourself out here into situations to where you could actually come up on these leads for absolutely free. All right, so even tell your house hunters to get out there and ask the neighbors for extra information about the vacant properties that they may come across. Ask the neighbors as well. That's another great method. That's just like a little gem for you right there. Nice little extra gem. And lastly, for all of you all who made it this far in the video, I've got one bonus tip for you all, and that's gonna be get yourself some free leads from your county. Very, very often your county has websites or court offices that you can go into and actually pull or get free leads, such as in Chicago, they have the tax delinquent list, and I made a video showing exactly how to get the Chicago tax delinquent list for absolutely free. Make sure that you all check out that video. I'll link it up above. But you want to make sure that you tap into these resources, guys. There's so much free data out there. So when you're in big cities, they typically have an online database of all of the vacant properties, tax delinquent properties, code violations. Very often you can pull thousands of leads from these sources, get them skip trace, and start reaching out to people with some of the freshest data out there, which is directly from the county. You can't really beat that because they update these lists continuously. Usually, depending on your area, it's going to depend on how often they update that information. Like for instance, in Chicago, they update the vacant list daily. So it's like you can't really beat that. You're getting fresh information on a daily basis. So get free, absolutely free data from your county websites, or you may have to go into a courthouse or a governmental building where they actually have this information stored and use the intranets inside of there to be able to get this information. So it could be a process. You may have to know somebody to actually get this information, but make sure that you actually look for it, because data is king and the counties usually have the freshest, most legit data. All right, guys, look, man, I hope that you all found value in this video. If y'all did and y'all made it up to this point and y'all haven't hit the subscribe button yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for real. And like the video if you haven't already. Drop me a comment down below and let me know what other free wholesaling marketing strategies are you using right now to come across some free motivated sellers. If y'all found some value in this, man, look, share it with other people. And if you all want to get some extra training and tips, definitely check out the links down below. I do have strategy sessions available. If you want to book a session with me, ask any questions that you have, kind of pick my brain, definitely use the links down below to schedule a strategy session with me today. I look forward to seeing you all on some of those calls, but I hope that you all are staying healthy, staying blessed. And until next time, guys, we are out.